For years, I'd tell myself, when things settle down, life is less busy, or after this hard season has passed, I'd start a YouTube channel and experiment creatively through film, editing, and storytelling. I'm 47 now, and if I'm honest, life is still busy, and the hard season has yet to pass. And then it hit me. What if I keep waiting for the conditions to be just right before I give myself permission to create? And what if I wake up one day and realize there's no time left to wait? As the primary parent of 2 children, one on the autism spectrum and one with a severe disorder that makes everyday tasks like going to school, brushing teeth, eating a simple meal, and getting out of the house genuinely hard, navigating their needs while managing my own ADHD and PTSD is overwhelming, to say the least. I won't get into the specifics of their diagnosis, but trust me when I say the daily stress and challenges are enormous, and the grief that sits on my heart at times is debilitating. Yet, with all of the distractions, the stress, worry, isolation, and restrictions that make daily life extremely hard, I make the time and energy to create. If you're navigating a difficult season in life and you feel too depleted or depressed to do something that you love, let me share a few simple shifts that have helped me make space for creativity and following my joy, even when life is hard. Self-expression, I've learned, isn't just a personal desire for me. It's a necessity. It's a source of healing and growth. It helps me soften and slow down in a world that moves too fast and demands, at times, much more than I'm able to give. It gives my stress a healthy outlet, a way to cope that isn't alcohol, food, or mindless scrolling. It gives my scattered, anxious thoughts somewhere to land, a place to set my worries down. And even if just for a moment, I can escape into something light, joyful, and fulfilling, something that is deeply and completely for me. The truth is, my creative life exists within the tiny margins of life. 15 minutes while I wait for the noodles to cook, an hour before school pickup, a quiet half hour after the kids have gone to bed, 5 minutes before the next urgent thing needs my attention. But as someone who just turned 47, I know that if I keep putting my creative dreams off, I'll wake up one day and realize there's no time left to wait. Even though my life is overwhelming and I'm often overstimulated, there are a few simple shifts that I've made that have helped me make creativity a real and regular part of my everyday life. The first and the biggest shift has been simplifying my life. It started with my home. I ruthlessly decluttered and got rid of so many things that were not just taking up physical space, but were also taking up mental and emotional space too, and just adding to my mental load. I created simple home systems to help my daily life run smoothly and to make the day-to-day things easier and more efficient to manage. I simplified mealtime, making simple, easy, repeatable meals that I could make on a Sunday and we could eat for the entire week, so I'm not constantly planning and preparing and shopping. Even though I love to cook, I wanted to spend less time in the kitchen on the day-to-day things. I simplified our schedule too. We don't have a lot on our calendar in terms of extracurriculars, and I also really try to only say yes to events and activities that genuinely align with the life that I want to live. The second shift was setting up my environment so that it's easy to create. These days, my creativity is usually focused on script writing, editing, and filming for this YouTube channel. Sometimes I'll pull out my pencils and my brushes to draw and practice watercolor paintings. And I love to journal, expressing myself intuitively and creatively through words and stickers and all the pretty pens on the paper. Atomic Habits author James Clear says, before you try to increase your willpower, try to decrease the friction in your environment. In other words, if you want to start an exercise habit, leave your shoes and your workout clothes somewhere where you'll see it first thing in the morning when you wake up. If you want to scroll less on your phone, delete the apps that you want to stop scrolling. And if you want to be creative but keep finding reasons not to start, it might not be willpower you're lacking. There might just be too much friction standing between you and the thing that you want to do. For me, I keep all of my filming equipment out in the open. I always have spare batteries and mics ready to go because if I have to haul everything out of storage or up and down the stairs every time I want to film or make a video, especially when I only have a very small window of time to film in, I'm not going to do it. For journaling, I have a rolling cart near the kitchen table where I like to journal that keeps all of my supplies. It doesn't have to be a cart. Maybe it's just a basket next to your favorite chair with your pen and your journal. My pencils and painting supplies live in a drawer near the table where I like to make art. So when the urge strikes, everything I need is already there. Set up your environment so it's easy to create. And finally, give yourself permission to create in imperfect conditions. Sometimes we tell ourselves that everything needs to be perfect or we need to have the right conditions before we can film, write, edit, or do whatever our soul is calling us to do. The house needs to be clean. We need better equipment. I need more skills. But all of those thoughts are just holding you back from something that's going to bring you deep joy and fulfillment. You don't need to create for anyone but yourself. And you can create without a specific outcome or a result in mind. Because the conditions of your life are unlikely to ever be perfect. That just isn't real life. And the longer you put your creative life off, the longer you keep losing yourself. Self-expression for me means loving and nurturing myself. There are so many parts of my life I can't control. But I can protect this one thing, something that's good for my soul and something that's just for me. And that's what these shifts gave me, because the alternative is this: getting to the end of my life with all that creativity still locked inside me, unlived. Don't wait for the right moment. It's already here.